Hey, what is up guys? My name is Sam. I'm here, if you can't tell, to kind of give you some tips on coming out. Recently I've gotten a lot of messages on Instagram asking me, how I came out, how I'm comfortable with coming out, how you know you're ready to come out, all those type of questions. And I've gotten a lot of them recently, and I find that when I write things down, it doesn't always make sense. But if I can just talk to you, then it makes a lot more sense, so that's why I'm doing this. I feel like I have so much to say that when I'm writing, I just kind of like go crazy and no one else understands it. But I can kind of speak English, so I mean, let's try this. Hopefully it helps someone. That's the whole point of this. So my first tip for you guys is to come out when you're ready. Don't feel pressured by anyone else. Don't feel like you have to come out at a certain time. Come out when you are for sure ready. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of girls say that, oh, like I wouldn't date someone that's in the closet. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, well, I'm in the closet right now for this and this reason, and no girl will even talk to me because as soon as they find out I'm in the closet, they won't talk to me. Now, that I really don't agree with, so I really kind of want to break down that wall. I feel like we're a part of a community, and I feel like within that community we need to support each other. I feel like we are always looking for, outsiders to support us and to get support from these people, and we always want to be supported as being gay or trans or bi or whatever you want to identify as. We always want support from people, but then if someone is in a situation where they aren't ready to come out, or they're scared to come out, or they just need some gay influences to help them, or they need advice, or they kind of want to test the waters on dating a girl, but they aren't exactly out yet, I find a lot of gay people will shut that down and say, I won't date someone that is in the closet, which I think is kind of unfair because we always want support from people. So why are we not supporting someone who may actually be a part of, this community? That person might just need us to help them come out. They might need an influence. They might want to hear your story on coming out. They may just want to test the waters and see if it's something they're into, which is okay. And I feel like we should remember that at one point you were in the closet, and at one point you probably needed someone to validate whether these feelings you're having are real, or whether you want to identify as this or identify as that. It's okay to test the waters, and I don't think that we should be pushing them aside and, well, I'm not gonna date her, I'm not gonna date that person because they're in the closet. Now, my second tip for coming out is to start small. You don't have to make it a big thing and tell everyone and have this huge meeting of telling everyone. No. If you want to start off with just one person that you trust, tell that one person. Kind of get comfortable with saying, I'm gay, or I'm bi, or whatever it is you want to come out as. And also practice what you want to say. If you want to walk in the mirror and say, all right, Sam, you're gay, and you just want to be comfortable saying that and comfortable being who you are, because that's the best way to know that you're going to be ready, is to know that I can say it out loud. I can say I'm gay, and that's okay. All right, now the third thing is something that is kind of sad to talk about, just because it's sad that this is still a reality. Be ready and prepare yourself for the chance that not everyone is gonna accept it and not everyone is going to like it. Now here's the thing. If you are ready to come out, you're ready to come out, but say you are a young kid who is still living at home and doesn't have another place to go, and knows that their parents or whoever they're living with will react badly, whether that be violently, whether that be, emotional abuse or verbal abuse, physical abuse, or even just being kicked out of the house, being shunned, anything like that, I would say don't put your safety at risk. If you know that your parents or whoever it is not going to act well and is not going to accept it, then I would say wait until the timing is right. And that's okay to wait for the right timing. I always say you need the two things to come out, which is you need to be ready and you also need good timing. If you don't have both of those, then I would say it's not good for you to come out. So never ever put your safety at risk, but do know that even if your whole family isn't going to accept it, even if you are going to be shunned or you need to get out of there because it will become a violent situation, know that our community is so big and has big arms open and ready to welcome you, because that's what we do. So know that you aren't going to be alone, because there is such a big community of us. We've all been through the process of coming out. You know, some of us have been through the process of families not accepting it, and we want to love you and we will love you. So don't ever feel alone, because there are so many of us that will be here with open arms for you. The next thing I want to talk about is know your self-worth. Know that even if people don't accept it, even if people want to say it's disgusting, or they want to bash you for it, they want to be violent towards you for it, or if you're going to get picked on in school, anything like that, know your self-worth. Know that you do not deserve that just because you are gay. Know that you still deserve everything that everybody else does, no matter what. Even if the people you love aren't going to accept it, all of us will, because we already love you. But remember, the most important thing for you to do in this whole coming out process, something that is going to make you feel so much better, is to love yourself. Love yourself. Know that you are good enough. Know that it is okay to be who you are, no matter who that is. The next thing I want to talk about is giving people time. I feel like people's biggest fear is how everyone else around them is going to react. And I feel like there's two very extreme cases of either they are going to not react well and going to blow it way out of proportion, or there's a case where just like that, people are going to be happy and great and I love you and that's cool and awesome and blah 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 blah. But I feel like more times than not, the reaction is usually here. And that's okay. I want you to remember that it is okay if someone doesn't just jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, that's cool, awesome, whatever. Give people time to process it. Give people time to, maybe do research on it. You have to remember, how much time did it take for you to accept and to come to terms with you being gay? So you need to give people time to accept it and to come to terms with it. For example, my parents are super supportive. They love me, they support me 100%, and they are definitely okay with me being gay. But it did take them time to process it and to do their own research on it, because it was new to them. I know that my mom first worried about if I was going to have a harder life, or if I was going to be bullied, or if I was going to find someone, because she didn't understand and didn't have that knowledge of how open and how amazing the gay community really is. When she saw how happy I was, and when she did her own research, she came back and she was full for it. And even she'll point out a cute girl or anything like that, because she's super supportive. But it wasn't just instant. It takes people time to, get used to the idea, and that is okay. One of the last tips I have is to know the difference between being nervous to come out and not being ready to come out. When I say that, I mean not being ready to come out, meaning that you haven't fully accepted it within yourself, and you are not fully comfortable with saying that you are gay. Maybe you're not fully sure if you are gay, or whatever you want to identify as, but you yourself are not ready to come out because you haven't accepted it within you. Now, being nervous to come out is a completely different thing, because everyone is nervous to come out. anyone who has come out will tell you, you know, right before you do it, it's terrifying. It really is. And that's okay, because it is a big thing and it can be scary, but that's okay. Like when I came out, it's kind of a funny story actually, because I remember right before I came out, I actually didn't even really come out to my parents. It was the girl I was seeing at the time, she kind of did it. But anyways, I remember right before and I remember after, but during, I don't even really remember. And I say that because I was so nervous and I had so much, I guess, anxiety running through me that I actually don't even fully remember what happened until like a few months ago. Me and my mom were talking about it and she mentioned, oh, like this and this when you came out, and I was like, what? That happened? Like I had no idea, because I was so nervous that I think I like, not that I blacked out, but like I actually don't remember it, because I think I had so much going on in my body that I actually don't remember. So it's okay to be nervous. It's okay, you know, to have your heart pumping out of your chest before you do it. That's okay. So it's okay to be nervous. It's like a bad trip to the dentist. Just close your eyes, get it over with, do it, and just move on with life knowing that now you get to be exactly who you are, and that's gonna be great. Also, remember to not do anything just to please someone else. Please don't try to always be pleasing someone else or to not come out to spare someone else. Do whatever it is that makes you happy, because whenever you are trying to please everyone else around you, you're just gonna end up hurting yourself. So that's kind of it on my tips for coming out. I hope some of it helped. I hope it made sense at some point. I don't even know if it made sense. I hope it did. But remember, it is okay to be gay. At least I really hope it's okay to be gay, because I'm gay, and hopefully that's okay. So just remember, keep smiling. You'll be okay. Bye!